I'll just do an intro as it goes in. When it starts. There we go. Hello everybody and welcome to this Game 2 Learn to Play versus White Hydra. The first time we've seen White Hydra for today. Unfortunately we didn't catch Game 1, but we do know that Game 1 was taken by Learn to Play, Barton and Captain Price, playing as the Axis on Rails and Metal. Now we join in for Game 2, of course, where White Hydra are going to have to return the favour as Axis. So this is going to be a pretty interesting game. It's going to be very interesting to see where Axis go. We've seen a very successful strategy, Axis kind of going up the left-hand side of this map, leaving the right side completely, and then branching their way over there a little bit later on into the game. And let's have a look if that's going to happen now. I think it is. I think they are going for that, so the sensible choice. And yeah, I mean, one of the things I always say about this map as well, to keep reasoning as why Axis should go on the left side, there's something on this map. There's a natural, the houses on the right hand side here. This whole little area right here is kind of like a natural point that stops flanking from tanks. And so what that means is like Axis have a lot more of like a confined space in order to prevent tanks from flanking around. So basically they've got like 3 choke points when they go on the left hand side. Going on the right, of course, though, they're actually fighting from one of those small areas, and they're heavily flankable through all of these routes around here. So seeing them go left, I think it's a lot more controllable for Axis on a map like this. And especially when you get the Jagdpanzer 4 out and you can really protect it, little chance of units getting around the back of it. I think that's very, very beneficial there.
We see an interesting start from Captain Price's building order. He got as a second unit a mortar out, knowing maybe that the Austria player will go for MGs, so he has at the same time the MGs on the field, the counter to it. Yes, the mortar is in position, will now get the first shot on the mortar main on the left side. So nice tactical play from Captain Price there.
Yeah, I think that's a nice sensible choice. I think it's a given as well that Austria was going to go for the MGs, so having that on the field quickly. Although when you do that, of course, you don't have the rifleman power on the field to compete with OKW's build. And Barton, of course, is just nowhere to be seen during all of this, so it's going to result in Price not being able to hold his area of the map. So a very, very good start for White Hydra. Very, very nice start indeed. Nothing really Price could have done there. Barton was too busy capping the right hand side.
Yeah, it was nice team play with the Sturmpanther, with the flying. It was, yeah, nice team play. And also the Kübelwagen is nice because he goes for the cut off, means no resources anymore from the right side, or
well,
no,
it is still
anymore.
Connected actually from the left strategic
kept the
point,
left
so
side. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah,
I mean, that used to be a full cutoff. In a few previous patches, actually, that would cut off that player from all resources on the map. So they've made that a lot less brutal now. So actually doing those kind of deep diving caps, unless you're going to go for both of them, is not really particularly that effective.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he'd be more better just keeping the Kubel as a supporting MG suppression unit. I'd say suppression, but you know what I mean.
We have nice map control at the moment for the Axis. They have 2 victory points and are taking the 3rd victory points with the Volksturmgears on the right side.
It's all round nice play. I'm actually really impressed at how good Axis really are doing in the 2v2 scene today. We've actually seen them winning a hell of a lot of games. Rails and Metal seems to be a very, very good map for the Axis when played like this. Barton and Price not off to a particularly great start, but this is one of the good things about Barton especially, is that Barton actually gets stronger kind of later on in the game, where he can start making good decisions to kind of combat tech choices. So I mean, he'll always really try to climb for an advantage in tech, and he usually comes up with the right solution and micros it very well. So it is very, very important that White Hydra close the early game and get a huge lead in victory points, because later on I know that Barton's going to make it very, very difficult. I think we're seeing the first mistake now. Axis just completely removed themselves from the left-hand side of the map to go right, and that means that Price is able to just pretty much take all these territories on the left-hand side. I mean, that's going to be really difficult to take back for Axis. I think it's a huge mistake to try and hard cap the right instead of just leaving units
Holding
on the
up,
left
yeah.
and soft
They're
covering.
over pushed.
Yeah.
Also, what's funny is the US mod is already at 1, but has 0 kills, so he just dealt manpower damage with life, but not a single kill for it, but still at 1. And we goes, Santos is going for the mechanized company truck. Means he goes for, yeah, maybe a Lux or a Stuka to counter the double US mortar.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he picks there. Stuka, I think, is going to be the obvious choice once the 2 mortars are revealed. Interestingly, though, Price isn't keeping these mortars together. But I mean, we've seen the Stukas before on this map get insane amount of kills. I mean, we've seen them climb above 100 on this map just purely for the way that players tend to end up in the middle throughout the game. You know, around like the 20-minute mark, it always seems to just center around mid-gameplay. Price loses a squad of rear echelons there to the Scout Car Kubel combination. Stern Pioneers running up the Scout Car and Kubel once again. They may pursue this, and they'd be absolutely right to do so. It doesn't look like there's any mines for defense whatsoever. Is he going to chase the rifle down, or is he going to go for the mortar there?
We have a second Scout Car as well on the field, so double Scout Car. Let's see how can it work. And we have on the right side a sniper for Barton, but he can't use the sniper at the moment because there is nobody on the right side. So you have to go in the middle to snipe somebody while the X is playing together left side and base raping Captain Price's rifle. And he got it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice little push there as well. I think Price tried to pretend like a squad had veterancy to try and force the Scout Car away, but no, it didn't work actually. Theodosis went straight in, and yeah, I mean, like, really good decision.
Wait, if you have time, you look on the base of the S player, he takes Captain and also Lieutenant. That's a strange tactic, to be honest. It means no fast Steward or other stuff. Ah, he cancelled it. He noted this. Now he's going for the Steward.
And Lux is about to hit the field there for Thanatos, so we are going to see a good balance of light vehicles, double Scout Car plus the Lux. It's a heavy amount of anti-infantry there. I actually think they've really caught on to something that Barton and Price are doing. So I can imagine the first game they played was probably quite infantry heavy, and this may be like a response to that. Mortar from the USF doing some huge damage to some squads there. One Scout Car takes damage from a mine, engine damage, will be forced to retreat, and the Steward's going to come on the field now. I don't think it stands a chance though against double Scout Car and Lux.
Yeah, you have to take it very careful, definitely. 3 light vehicle versus 1. Also, we see now Raketenwerfer's building for Tantus to prevent some light vehicles.
A capture point is being overrun.
On the right side, we see some pushes on the X is trying to get again triple victory cap.
I can understand why they want the triple cap. I mean, obviously it's going to benefit them highly against Price and Barton. The problem is, though, is you know, they are leaving the left side so vulnerable. There's absolutely nothing on this side of the map, and you know, they're pushing so hard on one player. It's almost like they're trying to 2v1 Barton and Price. You know, that's how they're having to deal with the situation. They 2v1 Barton, and then they pull
They're gonna
everything
rush
to
the
the left.
sniper with the Lux, baby.
They could have got away with that. Why didn't he push?
So he was scared for a second mine, maybe.
There's literally nothing there that can snare, though. Even if the mine was hit, what exactly would would he be able to do? Mind
Yeah,
you,
he could base rape completely
Yeah.
at the moment, yeah.
76 is on
But
the
too
field,
scarce.
though, so that's going to be a bit of a contest there. Good play, though, so far from White Hydra. They are a very strong team together.
Yeah, the team play is awesome. All the time the Scout Car and the Lux is in together, or Sturmpanther and Volkswagen are pushing together. It's not normal to see in 2 vs 2 two players play perfect together. It's nice to see.
Yeah, we are starting to get to that part of the tournament now where, you know, like all the kind of bigger teams are getting into their stages, and it's nice because they do have really good synergy. You can tell the communication's good. There are some like advanced 2v2 strats. You always see like retreat path cutoffs coming in, good communication for like map navigation, where they're going, what units are going where. So Again, playing really well. The thing with the Barton and Price, though, I mean, I've never really seen them play 2v2 that often, so I don't know what kind of communication they're really having with each other, whether they're just kind of winging it or playing the 1v1 games, just trying to go for whatever most OP thing they could possibly play. And
yeah, it seems like, because at the moment it's only playing 1 versus 1. Captain Spice is playing on the left side and Barton is playing on the right side. There's no team play at the moment from the allies.
That being said, though, SU-76 trying to dislodge the AT gun there. The 2 scout cars are a bit of a threat to the SU-76 if they can get round, especially as Barton doesn't have any units that can provide AT snares. So if those scout cars and the Lukes do decide to dive, the SU-76 really has, you know, little protection whatsoever. I would actually say it's probably not the best unit to counter the light vehicles because of the fixed turret. So it's only going to take White Hydra to really spot that that's an issue. And they could...
But in the middle was nice. Barton was using with the C-78 to kill the OKW wire so he can get green cover for a sniper. It's nice to see.
Nice, yeah. Thinking about the battlefield as well, which is always really interesting. And I love it when you get players, you know, the people who they're using the attack move to destroy weaponry, or they're, you know, just taking down barbed wire, or even using barbed wire, you know, because those green cover positions do make a hell of a difference. Look at this push here, though. Axis light vehicles trying to move in. They get a rifleman squad down to low health. It looks like the scout car is probably going to try and give chase here. It's double scout car, of course, so they should be able to deal with the Stuart. Even with the stun, the Stuart isn't confident enough to stay fully in the engagement.
Finally, C-76 arrived the left field and gets the shot, and the 2-2 is down.
Yeah, I mean, that was good teamwork there. The SU-76 coming around, bit of an over push from the scout car. Once that stun went on, I think he probably should have tried to retreat it.
But I have to say, this game the sniper didn't got a lot of kills yet, so let's see if we get some more kills in the future. But at the moment there was no big deal no matter what for sniper. While this Tantus went 44, but a very defending spawn. Normally the most players put this T4 completely on the left view like we saw in the last replay. But this time this T4 covers only the kind of cut off something, but not even the fuel. So very careful and safely placed.
SU-76 assault gun standing by.
Really feel like they've turned up the aggression now. I think this is unfortunate. The penal battalions are on the retreat path now of a lot of units from Thanatos. So here we go. Penal battalions try to get out. They do actually get the wipe on the Stern Pioneers, who are low health. So again, like, Thanatos now has to really think about when he chooses to retreat his units. They can't really stay in those engagements till the last man, because Barton is just so furiously on the retreat path. Lukes comes in to try and dislodge the battalion, which is a really good idea, actually.
Yeah, and surprise, we see the first commander pick from OKW player Tantos, and it's Overwatch. Seems like it's the best commander at the moment from the three.
I mean, it is a really good commander, you know, there's definitely no shame with Overwatch whatsoever. It's quite complementary to everything that OKW has. The Sector Assault is brilliant. We haven't really seen many people use For the Fatherland, though. So it'd be interesting to actually know what the stats are for the Fatherland, and you know, what it actually really does for the infantry there.
But at the moment it seems like the Axis have to play very defensive. They are completely clumped together in the middle, while the Allies can push from the right, from the left. It's completely turned around the field. At the moment Allies have triple cap, and getting the second fuel as well means double fuel for Allies now, very soon.
I mean, they've completely turned the game around since about 10 minutes ago. They were really on the back foot, and now here they are actually returning the favor, approaching the Axis headquarters.
But let's see, maybe Axis can turn the game again around in their favor, because Tyros went for P4 now for the Austria player. Coming into the left side, maybe with the P4 they can get the Steward on the left side.
really, really difficult with AT guns on that little point on the left because the elevation a lot of the time will land shots into the ground. Look at how cocky Barton is being with this sniper there. He's been taking like maybe 3 rounds of MG fire it took then without retreating. This is what we want to see though. Here we see the Axis there. They're grouping together. They're trying to take back parts of the map by coordinating with each other. This is the best way they're going to be able to get territory back from Price and Barton, is really to just kind of out-muscle them on each side of the map. You know, get some good plays in, maybe hopefully wipe some units. But again, they need to be careful because Barton has been pretty active on the right-hand side of the map, and if he does go for that cut-off again, remember, Axis is quite deep through the map at the moment. A late retreat here is going to be absolutely devastating. Here we go, Volks Grenadiers go down from Thanatos. He's going to lose the second squad easily. That's such a bad retreat path at this point, and I'm pretty sure Barton's going to be on the reverse. 2 Volks Grenadiers go down for Thanatos,
Whoa.
and I think he's going to feel like he's really, really let the team down there.
Also, the Packer, and stop right again for the Axis. Tyrannos lost his Grenadier squad versus 276 Barrage. Just wiped the Grenadier on the munition point. And the Packers down as well. Axis in big trouble at the moment. 2 Riflemen and the Lieutenant in front. From the right side, 276 can attack it before the 222. Nothing to counter.
Really, what can they do here? 76s take down the AT gun. Any sight from these riflemen right now is going to be able to spot for the Su-76s. I wouldn't be surprised if the Su-76s can actually find their way into the mechanized regiment and potentially remove that. How the Panthers of 4 is going to deal with this, not very well at all. Peanut Battalion's covering against the Grenadiers, who look like they're going in for the Faust. Faust will go off, but he has to cancel it for fear of actually losing the squad to the riflemen.
I think that before was a wrong decision. On this map, if you already know that the enemy has 2 Su-76 out, you have to go for a Sturmpanther, not a before. Because this is a long range map. The before did almost nothing. You shoot 2 times to an infantry, but the Su-76 is getting bad and bad. It will be a big problem, they have nothing to counter.
Well, really, where does White Hydra go from here? This is a difficult one. I mean, when we get to 10 CP, which isn't too far away, Thanatos can drop the Overwatch Sector Assault, which may give them some time to push up through the map, you know, because they will have cover from the Stuka Bomber and the Stuka Strafe. But I mean, they have a lot of work to do. Fortunately, they're still connected to fuel. They still have the VP, so the bleed isn't horrendous right now, but they've got to do something pretty darn spectacular to come away from this. You know, added to Barton Price, you know, they're about to start unlocking artillery, and they could be using recon sweeps and all sorts to just plant artillery down on all these buildings here.
Also, Barton already built 3 fuel caches, means they get a lot of income, already 41 fuel income from their allies, while Axis only get 20 fuel income. 9 CPs for both LS players and still no commander pick. Let's see if he... And there we go! Barton PL picks his commander, goes for shocks with the ISU, and so he has access to the bombing strike in the ISU. Short time.
Really good use of the Su-76s. Now they're trying to shell the Raketen so they can go into combat the Panzer IV, and again, good awareness, you know, the Volksgrenadiers charging in, trying to get the Faust, but of course, Barton just seems to know a little bit better on that one. Stuart, Vet 2 now versus the Lukes, hasn't popped a stun yet, and there we go, we're finally seeing the Overwatch Sector Assault come in. That's going to scare away a lot of forces from Price and Barton. So this could be the push that we're waiting for, really. This is their kind of opportunity to start getting some territory back. It's going to be very difficult for Thanatos, having basically nothing on the field right now. He's just going to have to use what he has very, very well to get through this. But it does look like they're going to be given the opportunity to get back. They may need 2 VPs from it as well.
Yeah, but it's nice play as well from Ada to just say, okay, we made the airstrike for 25 munition. Okay, we let it one, I think it's 1 minute or something like that. who's active these airplanes. So just waste 200 range munition for 1 minute, and then when the airstrike is over, I come back. But maybe the snipers should rallies.
Careful, we all know what happens when the sniper gets in that
We
circle.
saw it today already 2 times.
It looks like it's actually going for it. That sniper may have triggered the bombing run. They're gonna fly back, I'm sure of it. But yeah, look at this, we may be seeing like a triple cap.
So L2P. And we see the next commander pick from Theodosius. He went for Opel Blitz doctrine. Also he has a Stück out on the field now, so 1p4, 1 Stück. Let's see how it works. While this Barton PL went with double M5. I guess one is okay versus the airstrike, but for what is the second M5? What he wants to do with that? He upgrade both.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine they're going to go for a pretty swift infantry kill. That's one of the things that's really getting them at the moment is, can they make it past the infantry? If they can go in, maybe take down some of the vehicles, and then, you know, get the suppression off those quad cals. 2 of them is going to be absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal.
You think we will see some base raid with the both M5 and the Austria base, maybe?
That's difficult to say. Here we go, rear echelons give the bazooka, 18-8's going to come in from Price there. There we go, this is a dead Panzer IV, completely overextended against the infantry there. I'm not sure he really realised what he was getting himself into. MG goes down from the Axis. Look at that guy, actually got set on fire whilst manning the MG.
The Axis in big trouble now. The P4 is dead, it was a completely front line, was 1 P4 for the Axis. The P4 is now dead. Tempest is building a Jagdpanzer IV to counter it, but the problem actually is not the tank. They have a Stück and a Jagdpanzer IV out, but only the Lux is the only counter versus the infantry. That's not enough. This is actually 4 Strafnikis. Baden PL has 4 Strafnikis, all upgraded with flamers.
I've just realised, like, White Hydra really couldn't be using more inappropriate skins, could they? Like, it's like White Hydra, Black Panther.
I think we like it.
Calamity
Lux
Ravens
goes
is a really
down.
nice skin, though, to be honest, I have to say.
Yeah, Lux is dead versus the 2 Su-76 on the right side. So now they have a Stück and a Jagdpanzer IV, but nothing versus infantry.
Okay, here we go. We've just seen smoke come in from the rifleman. Looks like Price is gonna... Is he gonna try and take the tier 4 with the rear echelons? This could be very, very interesting. Although they're a bit blobbed up at the moment, so they may get suppressed. Don't know what he's doing here. He could have baited with the... Could have baited. Looks like he's gonna attack... Well, a ground attack with them instead, whilst under cover of smoke. The Panzer IV has had to get out of there. The Su-76s will be able to contest with the Stug. I'm really interested to see what happens with this tier 4 building. And again, you know, Barton had access to the IL-2 precision bombing strike, which he could have used but decided not to. And that could have wiped the tier 4. I'm not sure why he didn't go for
Yeah,
that.
it would be that. It would be that. There we go. It comes. The airstrike is coming on the T4 building. Should be that, I think.
Oh, doesn't actually kill it.
Ooh.
Survives it.
One more hits.
Very, very lucky for them. I think now Barton's trying to send in the Su-76s again. One gets Fausted. Both get Fausted, actually. Is this an opportunity for the Jagdpanzer IV? Jagdpanzer IV is going to go for the Stuart first. Nice use of the attack move there. Su-76 is going to struggle to get out of the engagement. Jagdpanzer IV misses the shot on the Stuart. He's chasing it down. Don't know if he's going to get it. Oh, misses another one as well.
Oh.
How unfortunate.
Oh, that's a late sniper. Theodosius is going for his Austria sniper now in this position. I don't think the sniper will work versus 4 Strafnikis and 2 rifles and double M5. Victory is big problem, only 60-70 victory points left for the Axis.
What is this? Look at Price's base.
The blob is real, man.
Ridiculous. Absolutely
That's
ridiculous.
Captain's Price. And right click all the blob. Just right click.
No one does it like Price, really, do they? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Now a Soviet demo charge would be awesome for the enemy team. Or Sturmpanther would be awesome as well,
Price is,
but it's sadly forbidden.
It makes for an interesting view, you know, but it's like, yeah, Christ, really?
Even he's right-clicked the mortars, I think. Even the mortars with the rifles.
ISU versus Jagdpanzer 4, good opportunity for the Jagdpanzer 4 to get some veterancy on it. Of course, we've seen how powerful the veterancy to JP4 is. I just can't believe how much actually Axis have struggled against the penal battalions in this game. Even with snipers, they don't seem to be able to cope with it at all. ISU being forced to retreat a little bit there. All Axis need to do is kind of get a grip on the middle and maybe hold it. The Jagdpanzer 4 is more than good enough to do that. You see some more Fausts here on the Jagdpanzer 4s. Oh no, here comes the infantry blob from Price. Even the orbital dart at long range. And of course there's that ghastly retreat. Fortunately, the retreat is actually on the medic battle group now.
Yeah, well, that's the T4 is completely repaired, but it doesn't matter. The Axis need victory points. Only 29 victory points left.
Good use of the smoke there from Captain Price, going in under smoke, making sure that units can't engage each other. And Barton loses the penal battalion. Looks like the Volk Grenadiers are going to retreat out, probably lose those as well to the Lieutenant. Jagdpanzer 4 is trying to stealth in. This is it. I mean, Price is just constantly using smokes on the VP now. It's a really good strategy for actually holding the VP because there's very little that Axis have to clear that. Surprised Theodosius doesn't pop. I was just about to say, surprised he doesn't pop it. He is going to pop the strafing run, which is really good. However, the two quad cals are going to take this down straight away.
Barton has already the counter for it. Could be a short plane.
Actually survives the first run. There we go.
With his two half breaks.
Yeah, we knew that was coming, didn't we? It's a mad rush for the central VP. I think Price is just happy to sit there and hold it. The SU-76 barrage comes in, Stern Pioneers go down, the Orbital are about to go down. Look at that, really. I mean, good strategy though. It's a very, very good
one cap
strategy.
One lieutenant. Just well, because in the Axis played so very well, they had completely the map almost, but yeah, it's Barton, Pierre and Captain Price. The games goes longer and Barton gets stronger.
Captain 4 catches the SU-76, is off in a pretty awkward position there. Sniper to sniper engagement. Look how close these two are to each other. Is he going to open up for the shot, or is he just using it for sight? Doesn't matter anyway. VP is drained to 0. There we go. White Hydra eliminated from the tournament. 2-0 from Captain Price and Barton.